Oh no. Okay, guys. Um. Sorry, let's get here. So this is a quick update on how my forex trading has been. I know I've done this before. I'm not sure if it's on this channel or my other channel, but for now, I just want to show you what this. I just want to show about somebody because I don't have a lot of people to show about this. Anyways, so if you don't understand what forex is, that's okay. Go watch some basic stuff on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff. Just be careful for the scabs out there. I do suggest this guy called Trader Nick on YouTube. It's just called Trader Nick, and he teaches a bunch of forex fundamentals, and it's really great and educational. It's not a sham market. You can make money in it. I haven't really tried it yet, but I know that it's not no fake market, and so don't sleep on this. It's a fairly new market too. I think it was just created in the late 90s or something like that. So it was, oh sorry, that's my chair. So it's fairly new, and there's a lot of potential for this market. And really what I do is just all technical analysis, which is basically, looking at patterns, trends, points of supply, demand, or support and resistance, and looking for where to buy in at those times. So I'm just going to tell you a quick summary of what this trade is going to be and how I took it and how well it's doing. So I took this trade around right here, around this time when I hit this price. About, when was that? Last week or so, about maybe 5 days ago or so. And so far it's been going really well. So basically what happened is that the market was up on a nice uptrend, which you can see I made an uptrend, which is not too hard to understand. It's just a line that goes up, and it created this pattern called a head and shoulders. It was actually creating one. So you can see the shoulder here, right here, where one point sticks out, and you have another point in the middle, and then you have another point over here, which I should move this actually. Well, I'll move it. Yeah, we'll just move it there. Get rid of these. Get rid of these lines. These are for something else. Okay, so that's a little better to see. So you can see here that price came up and tried to break out of here. It didn't, so it went back down. Again, it came back up here and tried to find some momentum up. It failed. It came back down. It actually broke out of this trend line, which is also another confirmation of what of where to take this trade. So basically what a breakout is that it breaks out of this trend. It's pretty self-explanatory. It break out of this trend line, so it passes it, and it comes out to retest it. This is kind of, in my mind, is like the master, I guess, quote unquote master tip maybe I could give, is most of the time, 80-90% of the time this happens. If there's a break and a retest of a trend line, most of the time it's usually going to go down, and that's what it did. Came retested. It actually came back up, came fairly close to this old level and up here too, but it found resistance here, respected the level, and came all the way back down, and it created that other shoulder. So there's a head, a shoulder, and the neckline is right here, is a place where you can potentially enter or take profit. Usually be the entry, because this is a point where price isn't going to do any strange moves, and that's what I did. So that's where I took this trade over here and put my stops right above this high, this high, and let the trade wind down. I'm on the 4-hour time frame, by the way. How I usually, let me just check my, this is going well. Okay, cool. So if I'm talking real soft, it's because it's like 1 o'clock at night here, so that's why. Basically what happened here, what I usually do is I do what's called multi-frame analysis. I think that's what it's called, multi-time frame analysis. And you go from like the daily chart, which shows one candle was like a day's worth of data information of what happened in the market. So you can see what happened is right around here. You can see all the daily trends, and usually with daily it's a lot more prominent. It shows what's gonna happen. So you see like this pattern right here I should use a different one actually. I use ellipse. You can see right here, basically that's an M pattern, so you can see the M, and that's a reversal pattern. So it usually means that it's gonna, once it hits this twice, it'll go back down. So, and in this case, that's what it did right here. Oh no, trade. And that's what it did right here. It doesn't look like a lot, but in reality, since the day candle, if you had entered maybe in the break right here, that's a move of over 100 pips. And depending on your account size, that's a lot. And then you can make, lots of money with this, with that in particular. So the daily candles, actually, the daily chart is very cool to find, macro trends and long-term trends, but they're not really good for, swing trading, which is a few days of trading and then you take profit, or intraday trading, which is every day. So we just kind of look at this to see where the trend is going. And for the most part, it was going up. Since May, it was on a bullish trend, which is going up, and bearish means going down. And right now, it kind of seems like it's going back down on a bearish because it's also reached this very heavy point of, what's it called? Resistance. This is also called an engulfing candle right here. This big red candle that engulfs, so it kind of like eats the other one. It's greater than the green one, so it kind of eats it, and it's usually an indicator that's going to go down. And that kind of happened right here too. It ate this candle, and it's starting to come back down. So we could be seeing a repeat of what happened before back in March. So the market likes to repeat itself, and that's why we have all these boxes around, or these rectangles, because these are areas where the market tends to do the same thing. So for instance, like 3 times right here, you can see one where it came up and didn't break through, came back down, all the way down actually. Again, had a spike. This is when the virus started. So the markets went absolutely crazy. And it came back down because it didn't break that. And also right here, it hit it actually twice and it came back down. So the market likes to repeat itself. That's just one thing to keep in mind. Anyways, I'm blabbering on too much. So we can go to, before we go on any further, this is all educational purpose. And this is not meant for you to, I'm not telling you to go out and trade your money and you're going to get rich quick. You won't. I'm telling you now, you won't. So don't fall for those fake Instagram ads or YouTube ads. They're bullshit. Don't listen to them. You're not going to get rich quick by buying the program. You're better off making your own program and selling that, making the same amount of money, because that's the same amount of knowledge you know. So, yeah, this is just educational. I'm just showing you a summary of what I did. This is not telling you in any way to go and trade your money. I'm not telling you to trade your money on the market. It is risky, it is volatile, and you will lose money. You will lose money. I haven't traded on this personally. I'm using a demo account right now, but after all the trades I've taken, I'm kind of glad I haven't, because it's been well. I'll show you after, but this is the 4-hour time frame we're on. Go back to analysis. This is the 4-hour chart I was on, and I showed you everything that happened. Broke the trend, retest, another shoulder, and then the price went back down. And this shows you basically where your entry was. My entry was around here, right about where the break was, and then you take profit. Stops above, excuse me. At the yawn. Put your stops above a recent high, and then you just ride the trend down to your take profit. Don't be too greedy though, because being greedy will destroy your accounts, and it's not something you want. So, also here, I did this analysis a while ago, but I'm trying to remember what I actually did, so please bear with me. So this kind of breaks it down into more of a macro or micro trend, a lot more information compared to the 4-hour chart. You can see it's a lot more simple. You can see what's happening, but as you progressively go down the chart, it gets real messy. Here's the same thing, the head and shoulders. And you can basically see a lot more patterns to see where the trend's going. You can kind of see here that the price had a lot of bearish momentum, and suddenly came back up. And it's also creating a lot more patterns Right now you can't really see too many on here. It's a lot of consolidation and very ugly, and actually in my opinion. So I jump to the 30-minute time frame, which is a lot more. There's a lot more stuff, honestly. So we can try and stretch this out as much as possible just to see what's going on. So here you can see that a lot more is going on, right? You can really see where the price bounces off these areas, or has big spikes and then comes back down. Even over here, spiking back down. You could say this didn't touch, but come on, guys, it touched the line and came back down. Bounce off here. You can see also the double bottom right here, which is like a W. I call it a W pattern, where there's a double bottom, hits the bottom twice of its resistance level or key level, and it came back up in price. So that's why you use multi-time frame analysis to see, kind of confirm where price is gonna go and what's gonna happen. Here you can also see kind of a little M pattern. It's very small. There's one here, and it came back down. And then you write the thing down. My favorite time frame is the 15 minutes. Because you can see a bunch more. Basically the same things would happen, just a little bit more candles. And yeah, so that's basically what I did. I want to take you to my trade, EURUSD trade. This is what I'm up right now. About almost $400, but that's because I'm on a demo account, and this is what you can see happen. I don't know how to increase the size of this, so nope, not like that. I don't use this. I just use it to take out here. I just use it to take trades. So this this is all the trades I've taken since, what does that say? I think that's September. Oh, this is the start of it, September. Basically $5,000. You can set like your demo account number and $5,000. And for me, position size was absolutely nothing. I was trading like 0.01, all of them, on different things, and it really was kind of just a learning process for me. So position size is also another thing that's important. Don't just trade whatever you want, because that's how you blow your account. You see how the numbers kind of got a little different down here. And you see how much I lost more because my position size was too big. Yeah, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just kind of like not want to do it anymore. That was for 2 months straight, 5 losses. And over here, I closed that trade on a loss. 6, 7 losses. It wasn't until January, or almost February. I took a break in January because that was the holidays and stuff. But February, where I took a couple good trades right here, where I made some money back. But it's not like the losses down here. It wasn't enough. Position sizes were terrible. Don't do this when I'm doing 0.5. Excuse me. And over here, I actually took a lot of profit, but again, position size was terrible. Over here, position size was terrible, and it was just bad. Yeah, and then over here is where my streak of losses, except this one I made 1, but so far the last 3 have been absolute trash. I've been trying to take one every week or so. You can kind of see it's been on track week. Yeah, I might have missed last week, and this week I entered this trade, but try to get one every week. And yeah. Let me go back to this trade. I'll show you this after. That's basically where I am now. I'm lost $800 after the last almost year. So I haven't been green since I started this. And that's just the reality of Forex. Yeah, pretty much that's all it is. Hey. Basically, yeah, so sorry, that was technical. I'm checking something. So this is the trades that I'm in right now too. I showed you what I was in. Up about 400, which is actually really nice to see that. gives me a lot more confidence and motivation. So I actually took 2 trades on this position because yeah, something called a fib retracement, which basically kind of shows like where your next take profit is. It was around this area that I took it. The way it's set up for me is it shows my 2 different take profit zones, I guess. Most likely that'll come if it goes into certain areas. It's another complex thing with not really complex, but learning curve with indicators, and that's why all these lines are on the chart. And so that's a whole nother beast, but I kind of just mix in indicators. And basically it just shows me where to take profits. And in this case, I took 2. It really is 2 positions. Actually is kind of risky, especially for risking the same amount, which in my case was 2% position size, or 2% of my account I was risking. So then that would be about like, I think, $80 or so. But you can see that I've already made that up, and the reason why it's kind of risky, especially with a larger account, if both of them blow, you lose double than what you could have. So the way I could have done this was you just have 1 trade with 1 take profit, and then when you see that it's about to hit it, you kind of like you'd move the first one down to here. You just kind of follow the trade. But for me, I'm working a little bit during the summer, helping out other stuff and trying to do other things. So I don't really have the time to watch the market 24/7 and see where it's going. So I kind of just let it happen like this to position sizes. And eventually I do come back and look, usually almost every day the market's open, and I move my stop losses up little by little. I don't want to get too close because then I can get stopped out and it just takes you out of the trade, which kind of sucks. It could keep going more. So but for me, I don't think I'm gonna move the take profits. The last time I did that, I ended up losing a lot, like a lot. And you know, it's, yeah, to see all the reds is very difficult. But you keep going and you live and you learn from your mistakes. So it's a good thing to learning how to do another skill. Even though it kind of sucks, you only have maybe 4 wins on your record and 15 losses, but it's all part of the learning process. It's like anything that you do. Trading is just another thing you learn and you have to master. It takes a long time to probably be profitable. And for me, I'm not that confident to put real money in yet. So you can see as demo. I'm not going to shit on you guys saying it's not demo account, because it is right. It's right there. Demo. Oh, shite. Demo server. So don't shit on me. And yeah, Forex is the currency market. I can do more stuff on my other channel, KinjiX, by the way. Go follow it, KinjiEX, KINJIEX. That's where I do more gaming and podcast stuff. This is like kind of my burner, or if I don't want to put these kind of videos on there because I have a certain theme. So this is my second one, my more personal YouTube channel. So I need to throw this kind of stuff on here because my other channel doesn't need to see that. This is my my fun area where I have to do my nerdy stuff of money and whatever. But yeah, Forex is great. If you ever want to learn it, don't ask me, please. I can maybe teach you like the basic fundamentals, but that's pretty much it. Trading strategy, no, don't come for me for that, because I'm not the person to teach you that. But maybe fundamentals like basic trend lines, indicators like these, or moving averages, support, resistance, structure, all that, different patterns, candlestick patterns. So I could maybe teach that if any of you are interested. Probably just me. I'm just talking to myself. But if anyone that comes across this video, if I sound boring, it's because it's late. I have no energy. I did a big lift workout. Oh, you could say yesterday, because it's 1 a.m. And I'm very tired, and I had a lot of other stuff. So that's why if I sound real monotone. But anyway, Forex is fun. Try it. Try on a demo account first. For God's sake, don't put your savings in this, because yes, you can if you put in $5,000, like I showed you, if you put in $5,000, yes, you can get a, $600 in one trade, but you can also lose $600 in one trade. So don't think of it as, and you can see the ratio of wins to losses, which is, not the best ratio. Maybe 6 or 7 wins to, I don't know, 10 losses. That's not a good win-loss ratio. So yeah, don't put your money in this unless you know what the hell you're doing and you have people to support you and guide you through it, and you learn as well, because Forex is not something where you can just put your thing in and surprisingly gonna make money. It's different from the stock market. It doesn't move like the stock market if there's a new IPO, or if there's a jobs report or earnings report, or anything like that, or quarterly meeting, whatever the bullshit is in the stock market. So it's a whole nother world. Currency market's a whole nother world. It's not Bitcoin either. For God's sake, it is not Bitcoin. Do not mess up Forex with Bitcoin, because that is just doo-doo. That's doo-doo. So yeah, I guess I think that's it for this video, because don't know how to do this. I'm just very tired, and I just wanted to do this out of the blue. So thanks for listening, anybody that's been listening. If you ever come upon this video after the live stream, I just wanted to live stream it because I didn't want to record it and render and upload it, because that's AIDS. So we're just gonna do live stream. It's easy. All right, have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and stay. What should my outro be? I need a cool outro, No, I don't need a cool outro. Have a good day. I'll talk to you all later. That's a good way to end, I think. Just talk to you all later.